Hundreds of Floridians are right now in Boston amid tight security for the highly anticipated Boston Marathon. They're ready for the race to start, but also looking back on last year's double bombing at the finish line. News Channel 5's Dan Corcoran is the only local reporter in Boston for this historic event. He has this report. Well, it's actually quite eerie to be here on Boylston Street tonight in Boston, Massachusetts, looking at the finish line, the very spot where the horror of last year's Boston Marathon began. Touchdown in Boston. Hundreds of Floridians, some on our flight, making their way to the starting line. On their minds, keeping the spirit and tradition of the Boston Marathon alive and well. But also memories of last year's heartbreaking finish line attack.
What if I was running and all of a sudden a bomb went off? What would my experience be? How would I react to it?
Jensen Beach's Steve CORTES is talking about those two bombs last year that claimed lives and injured hundreds more.
I'm not going to walk around in fear because somebody wants me to, because they want me to just, be afraid of every little thing that's going on.
And it's that mentality, that determination that has taken over this entire event, this whole city.
There's an unknown. We don't know what could happen this year, So I think by doing this, it just proves that we'll take that risk no matter what.
Nearly 900 Floridians are among the 36,000 marathon participants. An estimated 1 million spectators will line the 26.2-mile course. Along with them, 3,500 law enforcement personnel.
The whole city just opens up to everybody, and that's the great thing. I mean, you've got people coming up as we're coming in, thanking us for coming back.
Back to Boston, from Florida and far beyond, ready to run. So tonight, the people of Boston and the thousands and thousands of visitors here in this city for this great event are hopeful and also vigilant, hoping that tomorrow's outcome of the marathon is very different from what we experienced here last year. Reporting at the finish line of the Boston Marathon, I'm Dan Corcoran, WPTV News Channel 5. And starting tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. on Today on 5, Dan will have live coverage as runners prepare for the big race.